You get all these dramatic shots with NFL.
Hey, be ready for the noise from the analysts saying we ain't real contenders. Adversity is what'll make this team strong in the long run.
Back in October, the Jets won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Bills. Can Buffalo avoid the sweep? Find out next on Madden Football.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Cobb. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw on second down, Cobb. He finds Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Looking to throw on second down. Cobb, and going deep for Hill. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. They'll run on first down. Hines. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! And that's caught at the 2. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Taylor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So good. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bills... So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Twisting away. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun, Cobb. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position. Now they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Cobb flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to look deep for more, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for New York. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense... Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw on 2nd down, Cobb. It's Hill, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jonathan... Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Cobb eluding the pressure right. Back now in Buffalo. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Cobb completes it to Davis. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Cobb. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down. On the delay, here's Hines. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Runs over him. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so...
Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock? Right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.